Hey, how's it doing? Today probably a very emotional day for me. Talking about my history as a photographer for you guys. Yeah, I know. Everyone got to start somewhere, right? Yeah. So I wasn't a born photographer, put it that way. I wasn't a born time-lapse shooter like yourself. Like you're gonna be. You're gonna be. Okay. Now the topic today is what system camera should I use going forward for next 10 years, 20 years, something like that. Okay, as long as you still into photography, how can you keep this system going? Okay, when you buy a camera system, you buying, imagine you gonna marry someone for life. Okay, you know the saying, the married to someone is like going to jail for 30 years. Yeah, similar to camera system. Okay, so you don't want to carry shit around, right? uh, 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 uh. Yeah, that's the Canon old DSLR system, which my sister camera. Okay, I wasn't. Yeah, but how I got started was being on holiday, take my phone with me, of course. In those days, still have a phone, smartphone those days. Not smartphone, just phone, just a phone, and it has camera in it. So I just use that to take photos. When I went to a trip to Vietnam, second trip back home in Vietnam, and yeah, guess what? Yeah, I met someone, not my future wife, no, unfortunately. No, I met a German backpacker, and we went on a trip together. 4 days down into Mekong Delta, beautiful place. No, actually not Mekong Delta, Central, from Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City, all the way to Hue, and all those Central Vietnam. So basically in a conversation with her, I said, I lived in Australia before. I stayed there 1 year. Wow, I said, wow. I've seen the Great Barrier Reef. I've seen the Ayers Rock. I've seen all these magnificent places, and at that time I've been living in Sydney for 20 years already, and I haven't seen those kind of places. Sad, isn't it? Yeah. So so went back home, thinking I'm gonna change, do something about this. I'm gonna see my own country. If I don't see it, I'm gonna die. I'll die. I'm gonna die not seeing this my country. So what other better way to document what you're doing when took a camera with you? Okay, so I have a sister, and she's really into photography. So I said, sis, can I borrow your camera? Okay. Took out the 7D from her, and guess what? This was the lens she has. The 10 to 22 Canon 7D is a crop sensor, and this is the lens. Okay, so she has, and she has this heavy thing. So you can do workout with, forget about the dumbbell, yeah. And the full frame guys, this is what you do with your lens, not as useful. Yeah, so went on a trip to Blue Mountain, which is like 1 hour drive from where I live. And guess what? Go on a hike for 4 hours with a backpack with you with this kind of lens, a tripod, and it's Canon 7D, it's quite heavy as well, so probably carrying around like 10 kilo altogether. That's right, 10 kilo on a mountain trek. That's right. After that day, I said, there's gotta be another system. There's gotta be another way that you can take the camera out onto the field and not be so cumbersome. I was a very young, strong guy as well. So imagine you guys, big guys, full frame guy, old, the knees gone. How can you carry this kind of camera around? How? Tell me. Sorry, just so that's my story, and do a lot of research. Got on 500px. Yeah, they're still around. I think they sold to the Chinese company already, so they have a lot of photos up there. You want to see? Ask me, comment below. Yeah, so through my research, and DSLR is not the future. It's not the future. With the system that they had, I was using Canon, and I look at the price for the f2.8, the so-called holy trinity of lenses that we want to have as a photographer. 16 to 35 to f2.8, $2,000. 24 to 70, $2,000. 70 to 700, 200, sorry, f2.8, another $2,000. So that's $6,000 with the holy trinity, plus the Canon 5D Mark II, $3,000. So that's roughly $10,000. Okay, got to be invested in before you actually, So I said, nah, there must be a better system. And I went up onto 500px and had a look. And guess what I found? A mirror system that worked and very light. This is my first camera. Lumix, yeah. Still has the sensor, 16 megapixel sensor. I'm still using 16 megapixel sensor. Canon Panasonic Lumix G5, flippy screen, beautiful. I love that. Use this on a different. Yes, nice there. Still very it's not as work anymore, but it has been to a lot of places with me in Australia. Been with me to most part of New South Wales, the state that I live. Take very further. Nothing wrong with it. How did it die? Yeah, I'll tell you later. And this is my backup. Bought this second hand. Okay, the GX1, tiny camera. Cute, look how cute you see. Yeah. So I used to have two lenses. My second lens, my first lens actually, was the 50mm f1.4 Leica, Panasonic Leica. This one comes with the kit lens, the 42 to 28 to 42. That lens is rubbish. When I look at it, I turn like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Right. So for 1 year, I had that lens, the 50mm Leica, Panasonic Leica, on this camera for 1 year. 1 year, I just use this camera only. I do all my time lapse and all that stuff with this camera. Yeah, so the lens choices is very important. Okay, now the reason why I look at the system as a whole is the lens choices. Yeah, they have nearly every lens I want to shoot. Okay, they have fisheye to super telephoto for camera lenses, which is quite reasonable. Not like today they still have the option of very affordable lenses. So when you look at the system, you gotta look at the lenses, how cheap it is for us as photographer. If you don't want to go into the pro grade kind of lenses, how can you use a consumer grade lenses? So 2 camera gone. That one. So okay, 3 camera that I have marry this system. Yeah, so but when you choose like Micro Four Third as your system, you just don't have just one wife, right? You are a polynagamus. Okay, I'm a polynagamous. That sounds good, huh? Yeah. Hey, polynagamous. What does it mean? Yeah. Yeah, I have one wife. Not one ring. I have 2 rings to share. Yeah. So there's OMD, Olympus. OMD now they changed to OMD because they sold to another Japanese company, OMD. So they still have equivalent lens, still good. They have different camera system, perfect. But the reason why I choose like Panasonic over like Olympus was the menu system, and this like camera here is very similar to the Canon 7D that I used to have. Yeah, so you still have the outlet button, still very cool, very light. That's what I love about it. If I can buy this used again at affordable price, I'll take it. This is my first love. First love. First love is always. Yep. Yeah, so that's my story of how I get started in photography, and so think about that. How can this system grow with me? How can this system teach me? And my next camera is start 4K because I want to do at that time I wanted to. So since I shoot a lot of time lapse photo, I've made a lot of video as well. So that's why I use 4K camera. This is the G7, and this is my first cheap poor man version of 4K camera. And it's been everywhere with me, everywhere. Been to how many countries I've been to with this camera and this lens. There's the Malaysia, Thailand twice, Vietnam, Cambodia with this camera only and this lens. This lens I have to save up to get the f2.8, 35 to 12 to 35. So that's equivalent to full frame term is like 24 to 70. And this one, for my experiment, is just like 80% of what I want to shoot anyway. So there's sometimes I still want to a longer lens or a wider angle, but 80% of the time I just need this lens. Yeah, so this camera is dead, but the lens still survives. So made in Japan, still good, I still can use this. So I just need to buy another camera. Now I have done my research and I found my next camera, which I'm gonna show you why I choose it in the next video or next couple of videos. So with Micro Four Thirds, the sensor doesn't matter. As a time-lapse shooter myself, you don't need the latest gear. You don't need the latest gear. You don't need the high megapixel war we have going on. You just need a camera that can take photos, and hopefully have a built-in interval meter, which is that's why I bought it in the first place. There's the Olympus system, but it hasn't built-in. They have built-in interval meter, but it doesn't have the video. You can make a video straight away, because when I did my time lapse, I can make the camera can make the video for me, so I'm ready to go like that. So I don't have to do anything post processing, because I shoot raw mainly, and I have like a lot of hard drive sitting around right there. Which that's what most of my money going there, and I need to upgrade my computer as well. So think about that. Your camera system is one thing, but you spend most of your time editing your photos. So invest in a computer system that is going to last you, 3 years, 5 years, okay? But with the Micro Four system, I can roll with it, I can roll with it. Now, all this camera I will show you is consumer grade. I use it when I first start, so affordable for me. So yeah, so when you first started, think about that. So open the lens, clip, fourth index finger, clip it there. See the hole there, clip, index, turn. One hand. Very fast, you can do it, like that. Yes, drivers here. Hopefully this video is useful for you. Why I shoot time lapse in the first place, how I started photography. I hope you get excited as I am to see your own country with the camera in your hand, see the world with your own hand, with the camera in your hand. Yeah, so this is Travis. Hope you like my video. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you next time with another video.